What began as a careless joke has quickly turned into serious accusations, leaving Kiki and Hom in particular under intense scrutiny. The backlash has shaken the group, and with public opinion shifting so fast, many are wondering if this could be the final chapter for Kiki as we know it. Since their debut, Kiki had mostly managed to stay away from controversy, quickly drawing attention with their nostalgic concept. Their music, however, has always been a bit polarizing, as some listeners felt it was too experimental and hard to connect with, while others praised the group for bringing a fresh, innovative sound that stood out in the crowded K-pop scene. Despite being widely admired and building a devoted fan base, it seemed that no group could completely avoid controversy, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. In early November, Kiki experienced one of these minor controversies when member Liesel posted the fingers pinching emoji on Bubble. While it might have seemed harmless to some, in Korea, this particular gesture has a very specific and controversial meaning. It's associated with Magalia, a former radical feminist online community, and is often interpreted as mocking men's private parts, a symbol that many men in Korea find highly offensive. The post quickly caught attention, and some viewers were ready to jump to judgment. Fortunately, the situation didn't spiral out of control. Many netizens came to Liesel's defense, pointing out that condemning someone over a single emoji was unfair and overly harsh. In the end, the controversy was brief, showing both the sensitivity of online culture in Korea and the strong support KiiKiii still had from their fans. Kiki faced another controversy recently related to their Bubble messages. A Twitter post called out member Kaia for some of her comments on the platform, which quickly drew attention. In her messages, Kaia shared that during her trainee days, she was shocked to see other trainees breaking down in tears after being scolded for things like their monthly evaluation rankings. She reflected on how intense those experiences were, but noted that, compared to being an actual idol, it was nothing. She expressed deep respect for the idols who endured it all. Kaia also mentioned that when she worked as a dancer before her trainee days, the environment had been even harsher, which had toughened her up and made her more resilient to the scolding she later faced as a trainee. She went on, "All the other trainees were going crazy and crying, but I've grown up strong due to dance." Kaia also recalled being constantly kicked out of the practice room during her trainee days. At the time, it might have been stressful, but looking back, she found it amusing. She noted that for those who haven't experienced dancing before, it might sound intimidating or even scary, but for her, it was just a funny memory now. To this, the original poster said, "If you've become an idol, then you should at least learn to watch what you say. You can't even distinguish what to and not to say." On the other hand, some people felt that the members were still very young and argued that it was unfair to judge them so harshly or scrutinize their every action. The biggest controversy for Kiki started very recently, even though the incident itself happened about a month ago. During a live stream, the members were casually sharing a cup of instant udon, and Jiu mentioned that it was the same udon they often ate back when they were trainees, bringing a nostalgic moment to the broadcast. The clip didn't draw much attention at the time, but it went viral only recently after a fan turned critic shared it online, framing it as a controversy. The moment that sparked the backlash came when Hom turned to Sui and said, "Do you guys know what's inside Sui's head? Udon noodles." In Korea, this is a derogatory expression used to imply that someone is brainless or stupid. Many viewers pointed out that this comment was not playful teasing but a direct insult. Sui herself reacted during the live stream, making it clear that she thought the remark was inappropriate rather than lighthearted. Jiu tried to defuse the situation by joking that the udon noodles were in Sui's stomach instead of her head. However, Sui read the live chat and informed her fellow member that fans were also critical, letting Hom know that many thought she had crossed a line. Instead of taking this as a cue to back down and apologize, she said, No, do you know why I said that? It's because Sui is stupid." During the live stream, Sui immediately told Hom that her comment would get her scolded, while Jiu once again stepped in, trying to calm the situation. Despite their efforts, the clip spread quickly online. Even though the account that originally shared it eventually got deleted, the post had racked up 2.1 million views, meaning the controversy had already reached a massive audience. Mostly fans were shocked that Hom would direct such a remark toward a fellow member, and the situation highlighted how quickly both Sui and Jiu recognized that the comment had crossed a line. As the leader, it was obvious Jiu tried to defuse things right away, but Hom only doubled and then tripled down, making the situation worse. Many viewers noted that it seemed she didn't even realize her words were inappropriate, though others were unwilling to excuse her. Some viewers argued that Hom came across like a tormentor, suggesting she might be used to making remarks like this off camera. Others pointed out that the the other members were visibly uncomfortable and felt that Home should have picked up on their cues and stopped. Many also criticized her for acting immaturely while hoping that the issue had been resolved privately, wishing that Home had apologized to Sui and that the members had settled things behind the scenes. Comments on Reddit said things like, "It's definitely pretty rude, especially since it came out of nowhere. I don't even see how it'd be funny if I'm being honest, and even without knowing any context, you can see other members are visibly flustered and upset." Some people also argued that since the members are still young and only recently debuted, they probably weren't close enough for Home to call Sui stupid, even as a joke, making the comment feel more inappropriate. On the other hand, some people didn't see the situation as serious. They acknowledged that Home was acting immature, but argued it was likely just a joke that went wrong. According to them, Home might not have realized that the other two members were signaling her to stop because of how it would look. One commenter even pointed out that while Sui and Jiu looked surprised by her remark, they didn't appear visibly upset, suggesting they might not have been as offended as many online claimed. Another user wrote, "I think this is the typical situation of someone trying to poke fun at someone else for giggles, but it makes things awkward instead, saying that Home shouldn't be that harshly judged since she was young." Some viewers also pointed out that Home and the other members seemed to lack proper media training. One user suggested that the others could have helped smooth things over, for example, by pretending to laugh at Home's joke or quickly moving the conversation to another topic, or even having Sui play along to lighten the moment. However, many argued that Sui shouldn't have to participate in a joke that clearly upset her just to protect Home's image. They noted that the other members were already trying to steer the situation away from tension, but Home chose to double down instead. Ultimately, this meant that, despite the awkward moment, the girls handled the situation as best they could under the circumstances. Regardless of how people felt about the livestream, the situation quickly escalated. With both Starship Entertainment and the KiiKiii members remaining silent, netizens began digging into Home's past, searching for anything that could be used against her. Some accused her of having been violent toward school peers, pointing to alleged incidents of school harassment. According to various online users, the same account that had previously exposed model Park Seon as a supposed tormentor had also posted a critical remark about Home when KiiKiii debuted. This fueled speculation that she might have a troubling past that Starship had deliberately kept under wraps to avoid public backlash before her debut. Adding to the controversy, some YouTube comments allegedly from Home's former classmates surfaced, hinting that she had mistreated them, which only intensified the scrutiny. These comments said things like, "Home, you really can't change your true nature, LOL. Haha, still acting rude and showing off by picking on kids just like before, and she's been like that since she was a student, she was famous in the neighborhood." Some commenters even claimed that Home was well known in her neighborhood for being a tormentor, expressing shock that she could now be openly pursuing a career as an idol, which they described as shameless. Despite all the backlash, many people found the controversy completely overblown. Even if Home's comment in the livestream was rude, rumors about her being a school assailant seemed extreme, especially since there was no concrete proof. Critics questioned how likely it was that every person in her neighborhood who allegedly had a grievance would somehow show up in the same comment section to air it. Some also claimed that when KiiKiii debuted, there were Korean comments under their music videos from people who said they knew Home in school and remembered her as kind and a good classmate celebrating her debut. Others noted that Home had always seemed shy and had never given any signs of wanting to become an idol, making the accusations appear even less credible. Some users blamed the anti-fan who first shared the livestream clip, accusing them of intentionally escalating the situation by inventing school harassment rumors to cement the tormentor label. A few even suggested that Starship might have quietly allowed the controversy to grow as a misguided marketing tactic. Whatever the case, most agree this seems like the kind of scandal that will fade once KiiKiii releases new content, since it's mostly built on assumptions and false rumors. Still, some wonder if netizens will continue digging into the members' past to try and stir up more trouble. What's your take on all of this? Share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know how you feel about the situation. Thanks so much for watching.